So we're sitting in Mount Royal Park with Jan filming me right now. He had the brilliant idea to come here after he come home from work, just to get some semi-sunshine as much as I can get. As I've been mentioning, things have been pretty difficult on my end. The doxycycline, I'm at full dose right now, and I have been for about a week. And it's very, very difficult, and it's very difficult to explain, and to explain as well to yourself what's going on when you're taking a medication that's making, excuse me, that's affecting your thoughts. Because I can read all about it, about how it's like, you know, neurotoxin affecting my brain, and and that it's, you know, the Herxheimer reaction, and this is normal, and that, you know, anxiety is part of it, and it's just part of the illness. And at this point, I do believe that how I'm feeling and my feelings and my thoughts and emotions about things are mostly, almost 100% guided by that. It still is difficult because I feel very depressed, and I feel and my body's very, very, very exhausted from feeling constantly in a panic state, because essentially that's how I've been feeling. Every time I up the dose, it gets worse. So now the panic's getting a little bit better, but even then, if ever, like, Jan will say something that's I don't get and stresses me out, all of a sudden I panic, and it's like I can't think about anything. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused for a few seconds because I'm just constantly in panic. And we're talking about, you know, like something very small. So I definitely avoid putting myself in situations that are extremely stressful. I lead a very, very tranquil life. Yeah. And this is all very confusing and to live through as well, just because there is a lot of things that I can be depressed about right now, and so it's so easy for my present state to just latch onto those things. I've been still doing, I think, a decent job at that. I mean, I've been kind of counting on the support of my friends and you know, some supportive words and things like that. So, you know, I've been struggling, but what I find weighs more heavily on me, it's like the heaviness of this illness, the aspects that I kind of have no control over, not even in my own health, but in health of others. And 2 days ago, there's a video that appeared on Facebook, well, somewhere on the site, but I saw it on Facebook. A few people in the Lyme community shared it, and it was about a girl who committed suicide, who had Lyme disease. And she'd made a video some time ago, I don't know exactly, asking people for help, saying that her family wasn't there to help. She had no money for treatment, and she was desperate for treatment, and she was begging for it, for help. And I know she had been more vocal about it in many different ways. I didn't watch the video. I don't have the heart to right now. I think it would be too much for me. I think it might just be like the last nail in my coffin right now. But it's still been weighing heavily on me.
So she committed suicide?
She committed suicide a few days ago, and that's when the video of her asking for help surfaced. Yeah, and it's upsetting just thinking about it, talking about it. As I said, I didn't watch the video. I can't watch somebody who took their own life after suffering through something like this. And she did not commit suicide because she had Lyme disease. She committed suicide because she couldn't have access to treatment, and that's what is really murderous about this. And so things like that weigh very heavily on me in my state right now. So it's all been pretty intense to manage all of that, staying afloat. You know, I kind of feel like I'm drowning, but I'm just like right above water, and sometimes I need to ask for help a little bit. So, but yeah. Other than that, I'm doing well, and everything
as well as possible.
As well as possible. Physically, I mean, if you watch back to any of the videos that I've had on this blog, physically I have essentially still all of those same symptoms. Some, you know, modulate, go up and down a bit, but so it isn't like that's a walk in the park. Although we are in the park, and I did walk the 15 meters from the car, which is not something that I was always able to do in the recent few months. So positive note. Always end on a positive note.